Last time on Magical Miss. The group reconvenes at Daisy's loft where Izzy tries to get the twins to make up. Willa, Josh, and Caleb finally have a discussion about the whole magical girl secret, and shortly after, Willa and Josh kiss. Additionally, Caleb proposes that all three of them start dating, and Josh is going along with it. Kajilla is canon, people! Stanley brings everyone in for a team huddle to discuss the game plan and mentions that something older and menacing is probably behind all of this. The Deep Dark, a mysterious and foreboding entity, and it's probably controlling Mariana and potentially Absalom Trench. The gang has less than 24 hours before the gauntlet to face the big bad surfaces. It's time to mobilize the team and figure out how to protect the town and save the world. No pressure. Welcome to Magical Miss.
We're going to start the next morning.
Oh, interesting. Wait, did we end up stealing Henrietta away from her mom's house?
Yeah, we...
Sure, or should we just do like a quick roll to see how successful that goes?
Well, we can play that out.
Okay.
We can play that out and then start fresh in the morning, because that determines kind of, I feel, where you guys end up. Whether you end up all just crashing in the loft or going home to your own separate homes. So let's pick that up.
Fair enough.
Right in there.
Okay.
Please don't have us spend our nights alone. I feel like this is very important.
No, I think I'm also like sleeping over at the loft. We're all doing the buddy system.
Mhm.
No one's leaving no one.
This is the biggest buddy system. Don't
All
split
right,
the
so
party.
what group is going to get Henrietta?
I remembered it was Willa and Dirk, because Dirk has to do the clone switcheroo while Benny and Izzy stay back and watch the rest of the people.
So Willa, you are you flying and carrying Dirk Jensen Jr. with you?
Yes, it's the fastest way. I don't have a car. Neither does Dirk.
You're not getting an escort?
No.
All right.
That is an 8.
Okay. You make it fairly easily. And as you kind of like crouch beside the house, you do hear that Karen is doing the dishes. And it seems that Henrietta is like playing in the living room with a couple dolls that she has, and you see her like essentially acting out with like some Barbies that she has and like her little Kelly doll, like the events that happened where she transformed.
Oh!
And you do see that the coral dog, her yellow little coral dog, is sitting next to her looking incredibly plush. Like it looks like a little plush toy, and it's just sitting like very, very stock still.
Aw.
Karen, as she's doing the dishes, is listening to a radio program, it sounds like, or it may be a podcast, because as you kind of listen a little bit closer, you hear a voice of former mayor Ann Goldsmith talking about how, this town has just gone downhill since those strange creatures came by at the Jellyfish Festival. You remember that. You remember there were, what, sort of superheroes?
Okay. I land in like a hidden area of the house, and I mind message Henrietta, and I say, "Hey, we're busting you out of here. We're replacing you with a cool clone. So, are you in your bedroom? Because we're gonna put your clone in there and pretend that she's sleeping."
I'm in. Is that you, Blue?
Yes, me. Oh, we're gonna bust you out of there.
See that Henrietta stands up and goes, "I'm gonna go pee," and picks up her coral dog and goes towards her bedroom. And you see that Karen has not even given a second thought.
Okay, cool. Is her room on the first floor? Okay,
it's a ranch house.
Okay, I go over there, assuming that the window is unlocked or whatever.
It's not.
Can I tell? I'm telling Henrietta to unlock the window.
Henrietta's like, "Are we going to do an adventure? Are we gonna save the world?"
Yes, we are. So you better come with us, but it has to be a covert operation.
We'll convince someone.
9. 9.
She looks and she goes, yeah, I know I gotta be super sneaky because my mom has not let me be by myself for like any amount of time since, you know, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's not super fun because I don't like playing Barbies in the living room.
Yeah, we can play Barbies over at Daisy's loft. It'll be great. Or you can do whatever you want.
She's got Barbies over there.
You can bring your own Barbies. Because I don't think she has Barbies. We have snacks though.
She squints and goes, I do like snacks.
We do have snacks.
You see her like start to pack a little bag and she puts the little coral dog in it and like she grabs a stuffy from her bed and like a couple Barbies and then like she sits and you see her open a drawer in her like chest of drawers and pulls out like a small half-eaten bag of chips.
Okay. Some snacks for the road.
Puts on her backpack and then looks over and goes, how am I supposed to get out?
Unlock the window. We're getting you out of the window. We can't go through the front door. That's too obvious.
I can't unlock it.
Yes, you can.
Oh, my mom, she like glued it shut. I can't open it.
She glued it shut?
And you see Henrietta like tries to pull, but you see there's contact cement in the middle.
Yes, Claire.
Izzy could help.
Oh, could she?
Ooh.
So Izzy still has her fly with Henrietta, right?
Right.
The fly has been very
Yeah.
excitedly playing Barbies this whole time.
Oh, the fly's been living their best life. They're like giving like little voices, and as Henrietta like talks, they just like bzz, bzz, bzz back. But Izzy getting the message from her fly that Blue and Dirk have arrived safely and are about to rescue Henrietta, and sees that the window is unlocked. She's gonna try to do an I wish using divination to unlock it.
Okay.
So that would technically be a mental check and then an I wish check to see if I can actually.
Come on.
I guess I can see through my fly, so maybe just the I wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the I wish, because I will allow through the fly.
So I'll let that's a 7, which is enough for 1. Hold 1. So Izzy unlocks like a locked like door or window. So she kind of like with her magic like slightly like pries it just open enough that the glue has like come free.
Okay, and then I can able to just push the window open.
Yep.
Do I need to roll for that or
No?
Okay.
No,
strong
but
enough to
I
open a
do
window.
need you to roll a mystical. We can do this together because Dirk is trying to paint Henrietta.
Okay, so what do I add to? Is this just a mystical?
It's just your plus mystical.
Oh, it's a +0. I'm picking different dice. Hold on a second.
Different dice.
Different dice.
Different dice. Gotta make sure it's
That's
right.
a 5. No, I don't. I have a thing in the power pool, so I'm upgrading it to a mixed success. I am not letting. I refuse for Karen to ruin everything that we worked for. Mixed success. I'm gonna get
As you like get the window open and you see that Henrietta climbs out. Dirk has finishes the last stroke of the painting, and if you didn't know Henrietta, it would be pretty convincing, but it's just off enough that like it makes you feel a little unsettled. It's like right in the uncanny valley.
Okay.
And Dirk kind of looks and he goes, fuck.
It's good enough. I mean, we're making her pretend that she's sick, so she's gonna be in bed and assuming like the covers are gonna be over her. So if Karen doesn't squint directly at her, it'll be fine.
Yeah, my mom doesn't even take my temperature when I'm sick anyway, so I can just stay home most of the time. If I don't want to go to school, I just say I'm sick.
And she just lets you stay.
Okay.
She
She just says that I can't watch TV the whole time, which like I don't want to do that.
Okay. Wow. Karen is not a great mom.
Right.
Not a great mom.
Yeah, what an absentee mom that's just like, yeah, go ahead, stay home from school. Let's not watch TV.
Yeah, okay. That's okay. Well, I help Henrietta climb out, and then I take Henrietta clone and I creep and I just
It looks at you and like blinks and goes, I'm sick.
You're sick.
Oh.
So you have to be under the covers and not do anything.
mean, I always knew the blight would take me.
Okay, creepy Victorian child.
And Dirk's like, I didn't mean to do that.
You can give them personalities like that?
I didn't know I could.
Okay, pretend that you're dying from the plague, and then...
Oh, but I am. That's why I've been created, right? I am sickness incarnate.
Don't talk either. Henrietta doesn't have a British accent. Don't talk either, just cough.
I'm quite good at that.
Okay, you're creeping me out. So Willa steps through the window, puts Henrietta.
Roll a be vigilant check.
Can she have assistance?
8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Better than a fail.
You hear footsteps coming towards the door, and you hear Karen go, Henrietta? The bathroom light's not on. You remember what I said about going number 1 or 2 in the dark? You can't do that. And then you hear a jazzy little, like, cell phone ring, and she goes, This is Karen of Karen's Realty. Hi, darling. Yes, of course we're still on for tomorrow. I would never miss a showing. And she walks away.
Oh, okay, thank God. Okay, I tuck Henrietta under
Is that
the
my mother? Yes, but she's not nice. Oh, I'm quite used to that.
What are you talking about? You were... Okay, I'm not talking to you anymore. Just pretend to be sick. Goodbye, Henrietta Cohen.
Is that my name?
Henrietta, yes.
Ah, what a regal name.
Okay, goodbye.
It will be a nice title to have when I pass this mortal coil.
Goodbye. And then she steps out of the door, of the window, closes the window, turns around, and then she transforms into blue, and then grabs Henrietta, and she's like, transform, because we need to fly.
You can, it's time to go. And you see her, and she, out of her bag, yanks her cardboard sword and holds it up in the air and transforms. And she's just like giddy, like in her little outfit. She's like,
Okay, come on, let's go. And then I grab her hand, and then we fly over to Daisy's loft with Dirk under my arm.
You grab Dirk as well.
I'm gonna leave him there. Sucks to suck, dude.
But yeah, you have
walk it off.
successfully done so. And Izzy, you and as this has happened, like you and Benny and Daisy have started like getting the loft ready for like overnight. So like Daisy has a couple of like little sleeping bags and like, you know, found like the cushy chairs and like laid them out so that they're comfy. And at one point you see that like Sam is kind of in your periphery, and they kind of like wave at you, like to wave you over.
Izzy kind of shifts away from what she's doing and kind of like goes to like squat near like Sam. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to like, I guess, ask your advice.
Izzy perks up immediately. Yeah. What's up?
I mean, like,
Are you asking about sleeping next to Benny?
What? No.
No.
I think that'd be okay, right?
Yeah, no. Totally ignore me. He was so down for it. I mean, I shouldn't speak for him. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, I just, I mean, this has all been kind of a lot. Like, the fact that there's, like, aliens and magic and, like, it's like everything I've ever wanted in life is actually real. Like, you can control fucking bugs? That's so sick.
Yeah,
And apparently
right.
my boyfriend has magic powers.
Yes, that was also very surprising when Willa and I found out. Lot to wrap your head around that at least those two, and she points at Josh and Caleb over her shoulder, has had some time to wrap their heads around the idea. Daisy kind of forced it out of us. The secret. Well, maybe not forced, but you can't really lie to Daisy.
Oh, she's so smart.
Yeah, so smart. So unbelievably smart and beautiful and talented. And do you think it's okay if I sleep next to her? Do you think that would be weird?
No, I think you
We're all
should.
sleeping together as like tofu fish. Like we're fine. Tofu fish? Salmon,
Fish?
sardines.
Tofu fish.
I'm okay. I'm so good. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel a little frazzled like that. So like, I mean, I guess I also kind of feel bad. Like, Benny tried to tell me that he had like magic, and I didn't. I guess I was so out of it, I thought it was a dream, and like I didn't believe him. Like, you think he's mad? Like, and then all this stuff with
No.
Daisy's been happening, so he's all out of sorts, and it's like I don't want to be like, hey, also this is kind of freaking me out a little bit, and like if we're gonna die tomorrow, like, I'm like, Benny's really the first person I've dated, so it's like I don't want to
Yeah. A lot of pressure with that. Totally fair. But I know that the safest place for you is going to be next to Benny, especially with everything that's already been happening and you already being kidnapped once. It's probably best if you do stay, but give Benny time. I mean, we've tried to keep a lot of this a secret for as long as possible because the more people who know, the more things that can get out, but he really likes you, so give him time. Come around. I'm sure.
Thanks. I'm gonna try to be helpful, but like, and they kind of like motion to themselves and go, I'm really bad at gym, and like, I'm not really strong or like smart like Daisy is, and like I don't have powers, but I mean I can do like the little things, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I can
mean-
be a lookout. Do you guys need a lookout? I've got bad eyesight anyways. I don't even have my contact case.
I mean, do you know a lot about the environment?
I mean, I know a
Yeah.
little bit.
Um.
I at least know about like the invertebrate in the ocean. Because like shrimp are essentially bugs, you know?
Right.
But you know all about bugs because you control them.
Right. Yeah.
Which like,
Totally.
if we don't die tomorrow in like a horrible crash and like fire and everything, we gotta like go to like a bug zoo or something. Like that would be super fun. Maybe we can like take the twins on a double date. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. Bug Symposium would be so totally cool.
We'll convince someone.
Oh god, I'm really at a disadvantage because
You're gonna fucking
I'm
straight up
fucking are.
insult this person.
oh wow, I'm sorry.
Fuck them
Convince
kids and
someone?
fuck them bugs.
Did you say convince someone?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I rolled a 10.
You rolled a what?
I rolled a 10
On
with disadvantage. I personally gave myself disadvantage and I still rolled really well.
Oh
There's
my
something
God.
so
Fuck
truly
no.
magical.
Fuck no. I elect to fail. Fuck this shit. I elect to fail. I elect to fail.
You would like to fail even though, there's something magical about a non-binary person talking about their hyperfixation. They can just tune out any sort of naysaying immediately.
That's a good point.
I'll give you this. Sam just starts babbling about the bug zoo in Ingleville, and you make eye contact with Daisy, and you see her chuckle and smile for the first time pretty much since you guys got there.
Izzy is flushing terribly. She's like, I just made a complete buffoon in front of myself. Sam didn't notice, but Daisy was front row seat, and she's laughing, and that's fine. That's fine. She's totally into this. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. No, maybe? Okay. I don't know. And Izzy just tries to listen to Sam as much she can.
To save you, you hear Daisy go, Hey, Izzy, could you come over here for a second and help me wrap up some of these snacks?
Yes, absolutely. And we can talk more about this bug double date later.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Izzy does like that really stupid, like kind of awkward, like blonde reach, like pat on the shoulder, like does it again, and she's like, yeah,
They hold
so
up their
totally
fist for a
cool.
fist bump. And I
And then
need
she
you to
tried to-
roll a persona really quick.
Turkey.
That's a 10.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you have the wherewithal to fist bump, and it totally normal, totally chill. But you see, like, Daisy has like started leaning against the counter, and you see her sides like trembling as she's chuckling. She's like, "How'd that go?"
Um, uh, I think theater has really been paying off.
Yeah,
Izzy just starts
you
cracking
crushed
up.
it. So we're going to the bug zoo at Ingleville?
Oh god, I don't know.
You
Can
don't
we
have to.
convince them to the aquarium?
Yeah,
Arian, that's even worse.
we can lose them. Don't worry about it.
That's very weirdly exciting. Absolutely, we can lose them. Oh wow. Okay. It's cool. Yeah. Let's survive through tomorrow so we can go on a double date to then ditch our double date. That'd be really cool.
I mean, we need to save the world first, but I think we
I
can manage
guess.
that. You doing okay? Is he?
Yeah. Yeah. Just Sam is great, but bug talk really throws me a lot.
I get that, but I meant with all of this. And I haven't really exactly been the best girlfriend to you recently, and that sucks. And this whole thing sucks. Like, not that I don't love an impromptu sleepover in my loft, but I would prefer it if it was just us. But again, what if we fail, Izzy, and the last thing that you remember about me is me being pissed at my brother?
Are you still pissed at your brother?
She shakes her head and she looks like over to where you see Benny and Josh and Caleb are like chatting, and Benny looks like one of those cats that has gotten into some shit that like they knew they weren't supposed to, and just has like a kind of look on his face as Josh is like talking with very big arms and Caleb is looking between them like, interesting.
They're talking about Willa. And no, scratch that. I know they're talking about Willa. Because there's no way Josh would be looking like that with your brother, like looking like he's gonna make fun. Yeah, they're talking about Willa. No chance. Nothing else. Final answer. But yeah,
She nods, and Daisy's like, I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at myself for not realizing, and I'm more so hurt. It's just a lot of things that we didn't plan for. At least I didn't have a chance to plan for. And I guess I'm just coming to terms with that.
they that we can truly do. We can be prepared, and even then, we might be preparing for the wrong thing. Have you seen the back of my car? I am one of the most prepared individuals I think I happen to know outside of Arthur. I can't even tell you what's the back of his car. You can even see it. It's so well packed.
Daisy kind of stops and goes, is Arthur okay? Do we need to get him here?
No. Strangely enough, and she kind of like summons the little fencing rapier that Arthur gave her with like little bugs kind of like traveling along the sword. She kind of holds it out in a way. Arthur, in a way, gave me this. And for honestly, he was kind of holding his own until then. He might have honestly even been fine if we never showed up at all. And she dismisses the sword. But I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I can only hope that all
But
the
you've got a
preparations and
sword.
works we've...
I mean,
Yeah, I have a sword now.
how does it feel to be a sword lesbian now? And she like kind of hip checks you and goes, listen, we might die tomorrow. I need to make these jokes now.
No, I'm just flabbergasted about how much I enjoyed hearing that. But yeah, I mean, it kind of feels good in a way. Like I have Arthur's support even though he's not there at all.
I'm
But
glad you do. He's very important to you, and he's a good person.
yeah. Yeah, I feel bad sometimes. He's just stuck being my secretary. Dad's secretary, not my nor Butler.
Butler.
And she like looks around half expecting Willa to literally shout Butler from the
Willa,
other
as
side
she's
of the
flying
room.
back holding the two kids, goes,
Butler.
Butler.
But no, I'm glad to have him. Even if it's not his first choice or second choice. But no, he's good. I have a lot of good people around me. And she hips checked Daisy back.
Daisy chuckles and she's just kind of like, you're right. We've got good people here. We just need
And the last thing we need to do on the precipice at the end of the world is to be upset at our brother.
She just kind of shakes her head and goes, we both said some things that we regret, and we both kind of apologized in the best way we can. Now it's just moving on from there.
So I think best thing we can do. And Izzy kind of goes into whatever corner of Daisy's loft that they have and pulls out the like very ratchet pack of Uno cards. I think we have a tournament to maybe partake in.
Daisy cracks her knuckles and she puts her hair up and I need you to roll me a quick Be Vigilant check as she does so.
Oh
boy.
no. Stop, hold on. 10 again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you see Daisy is like grinning and like acting pretty normal, like she's taken off her jacket and is just like in her little bandeau and her leggings, but with her hair up, you see that like at the side of her neck and up the back of her neck, like kind of going up into her hairline, it looks very faint, but it is like a light purple tentacle. Almost
Like a
tattooed on
physical-
the back.
Oh.
Can I? And Izzy takes whatever hair tie Daisy has and like is going to like braid her hair. Like just super quick. But can she touch this tendril
Yes, you can.
and do a glimpse?
Check at disadvantage, please.
Oh.
Can I do a glimpse to 12 to see if I can see when this was placed?
Okay.
Or anything about it?
You can
But
do
you
that.
said
But I also need a mental check, please. Ooh.
if we can go to disadvantage.
President Obama.
Perish.
7.
7 for the glimpse of truth.
7 for the mental check at disadvantage. For the glimpse the truth. Also 7.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, you see that this was placed earlier that evening. It was like Absalom Trench at the Schwartz family dinner placed his hand on like Daisy's shoulder, and you see his thumb brush against the side of her neck there, and from there you see this tattoo essentially burst forth. And your head feels fuzzy. Tingly almost, like a limb that's fallen asleep. And you're like, okay, you know, a Mariana migraine, whatever, it's gonna be fine. But you don't hear a song. You don't hear her singing. You hear what almost seems to be like a thump. And then you hear,
my dear, this one has to be mine. Can't you find another one?
and then everything comes back to normal. And Daisy's kind of looking back at you, like she's kind of twisted, and she's like, Izzy, are you good? Are you okay?
Oh.
It's a very long pause.
Yeah, Sam is mid-deal and is like looking at you like, what?
Izzy, like, mouth is gone like completely dry. Stanley? Do I have Stanley?
Yes, you do.
I do. Izzy kind of like unzips Stanley and kind of holds him out. Daisy, when you were at the Schwartz's, Absalom brushed the back of your neck?
Unfortunately.
And Izzy kind of holds Stanley up to like the back of Daisy's neck.
You see Stanley has materialized a
left
tiny cup of coffee and is in a sleeping hat.
Izzy knocks on the ball.
He's like, I'm awake.
Stanley, Absalom Trench left a mark on Daisy.
Roll me the help from animal companion roll, which I am looking up to double check. It is a pure chance roll, so just 2d6, please.
Whoa.
Oh!
Double sixes.
Stanley, you know, is like, you know, smacking his chops like an old man just waking up, and is just like, and then he drops his little coffee mug. He goes, what would I fucking think it is? Easy, get me closer. Get me closer. But not too close. I don't want to touch it.
I already touched it.
He turns and goes, Izzy!
I was braiding her hair, and I also heard not Mariana talking to me and asked, can I have this one?
Daisy whips around and goes, what? And Stanley just kind of sits back and goes, okay, this is worse than I thought, but it gives us a little bit of clarity. And Willa, as you enter into the room,
I land in through like the bay window.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey guys, what I missed?
with Henrietta, Stanley is sitting there and goes, Mariana and Absalom are going to try to bring back the deep dark, but the only way that they're really going to be able to do that through the rift is if they bring it a vessel to inhabit. What? And, like, he points to Daisy, and Daisy's like, what? And it looks like they picked you. Congrats. Willa, nice of you to drop in.
I got another team member.
Henrietta's holding up her sword and going, I'm ready to fight!
Izzy kind of like almost drops Stanley. What do you mean they're trying to put the deep dark in my fucking girlfriend?
Essentially, they're gonna want Daisy up by the water so that they can drag her down to the rift, and as the deep dark comes to meet them at the rift and they complete their ritual, the deep dark will become you. I don't know where your soul will go, but it certainly won't be in this little body of yours. And Daisy just kind of sits back and goes, "You know what? I'm a sacrifice."
No, you're not. Hang on.
Absolutely
Can
no,
I,
you are
can
not
I try
going
to
to be.
purify
You are-
this? Can I?
No.
I need to try to purify this tattoo off of her. Maybe I need to try.
Josh and Caleb grab each of your hands, and Caleb goes, "Well, it seems like Izzy over here took some probably emotional damage, and I don't know if any physical damage. Do you have a tummy ache now or anything?"
Headache.
Yeah, so I don't think you should be doing that.
I should
Josh is
at
like-
least try.
Yeah, but you're not gonna touch it. Just try purifying it from over here.
How can I purify? It's called purifying touch. I have to touch her.
We'll change the name to purifying from over here.
No, I can do. Let me at least try.
Roll to convince someone.
That is a 7 + 2, 9.
Caleb, let's go first. And Josh is just kind of staring at you for a minute and goes, "Fine."
Okay,
And then folds his arms.
and then I'm going to try to purify Daisy's tattoo skin situation. That's a 10.
You put your hands on it, and I need a mental check.
4.
You feel the same thing, and your whole vision goes dark, and you hear in your mind this kind of almost the sound of swishing. Do you hear,
Would you rather be one of your boys? We could make it happen.
you look and the mark is still there.
Okay,
Wait,
well,
Stanley, what makes someone like a good option as a vessel? Like,
yeah, what
do they have to
qualifies?
choose Daisy? Can they choose anyone?
Well, it just threatened to either take over Josh or Caleb, so I'm pretty sure it can bounce between bodies.
They need...
Or it could just be a threat.
You see Stanley opens up a little book and he goes, "For this ritual that I'm assuming that they're trying to pull off, they need to not only have a strong bond between each other to bring forth the deep dark, but they also need somebody who's been touched by the rift, but not given gifts of the rift."
So we are not contenders for this.
No.
Okay.
Right.
It's one of those, and he points to Josh, Caleb, Sam, and Daisy, and goes,
Our love interests.
"If the deep dark is going to go for anybody, or this ritual of theirs is going to work, it's going to be one of these four that they take down to the depths. And unfortunately, Daisy, they've marked you already. Now, we just need to beat them at their own game and make sure that they can't even get near the rift."
So we'll keep Daisy locked up in the loft until further notice?
With Josh and Caleb and Sam, all the people that they could ever dream of taking from us and holding captive over our heads in one place?
You see Benny stands and goes, "Okay, no, fuck that. We're not just locking them in the tower like the
Yeah, but we
damsels
also
that-"
can't just take them to the ocean
Yeah,
with us,
yeah, that's
like
a stupid
mere
idea.
feet away from the ocean.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Henrietta holds up her sword and goes, "I'll protect them."
Henrietta?
Izzy is trying so hard not to yell at a child.
And Benny goes, "What else are we supposed to do? I'm not letting them fucking kill my sister. And I'm not
anyone
letting them
else
kill
have-
any of these assholes either."
Oh, I'm glad you care.
Yeah, they're great assholes. We love having them. Yeah, they're ideas that are helpful.
They're great assholes. We love having them.
Sam is
Claire,
not-
2024.
Sam is not an asshole. It's mostly just Caleb and Josh.
Hey guys, we've been having a lot of fun here. We just want you to know that Sam's not an asshole.
Sam is not an asshole.
This
Sam
your
is the
PSA.
least asshole out of literally everyone. The sweetest being you could ever be.
Yes.
They're just a guy. They're just a guy.
They're just a non-binary friend.
But you see that Daisy's kind of like she's thinking. Like she's kind of staring off into space as Benny starts going off, and he goes, This can't be happening. So what? What do we need to kill Absalom Trench? Like what are we supposed to do here, Stanley?"
We beat them first
Well,
before they come to the surface.
She's coming up from the surface. He's gonna be at brunch tomorrow with your parents. Stanley said also that there needs to be a bond. Do you mean like a bond between Mariana and Trench? Like that bond? Did we break that bond?
Stanley nods and goes,
We can break them up.
their bond is pretty dang strong. I would be quite impressed if you broke them up. Truthfully, it's one of those that, both of them have made each other worse, and that still hasn't dragged them apart, so I don't think really anything can. Unless either of them gets a lot of therapy, but, therapy's not exactly well known in the Rift, and I don't think Absalom would spend the money.
Therapy won't work fast enough.
Okay. So what if we make the Rift touch Daisy? I mean, like, what if we get Daisy to get powers? Then she cannot be a vessel, and neither can Josh or Caleb or Sam. What if we get them touched by the Rift?
Yeah, make them all magical.
It's not that easy, Izzy. You can't just go down there and be like, hey, why don't you take a trip with these chuckle fucks? I chose you guys for a reason, and I was kind of compelled to.
Isn't this a good enough reason to also turn other people into magical people so they won't get possessed by this eldritch terror?
You hear Cowie go,
Yes, but it's not exactly like we can just look at all of humanity and choose who we want.
Okay, well, what else can we do?
Like, you're basically telling us no to everything.
the
What's left?
Henrietta's little puppy kind of like pokes up and like falls out of the bag and just goes, work. As somebody who's recently made a connection with someone that's more landside, I quite enjoyed it. And I think there would be others that would enjoy it if you just asked. I think the two of you are pretty convincing. If you'd like to go down there and get some of my friends,
More coral puppies?
we could all be friends. Up here.
Oh, yeah. I don't have the best track record with the corals.
Izzy is kind of thinking back to the 2 corals that she did release into the wild, but basically threatened and mob-styled hurt the bigger one.
She killed the first one from the drinking fountain.
Okay, I didn't know at that point, but I did know going forward about the other ones.
Mhm.
I mean, it's an option. It's the only option we got.
So what? Do us two go into the rift while everyone else just hangs out? Because we can't break everyone down to the rift because that's stupid.
Izzy looks at Bork. Do you need the people to be there to bond with?
I mean, bonding would be nice, but if somebody feels the compulsion from the Rift to bestow magical gifts, I felt compelled with Henrietta. And she was so kind and she was so nice, and we've been having a great time together.
Izzy looks at Josh and kind of Caleb at the kind and nice part, and she's like, so, okay. Okay. I mean, it's an option. What do you guys think? And she, turns to the non-magical folk of the room.
The love interests.
Yeah, all the love interests of the room.
Daisy stands up and she's pulled her hair up into a bun and she puts her jacket on and she's just like, okay.
Okay.
I don't think that magic powers are going to solve this, but because what happens if the 4 of us somehow magically get these powers? You know who they're going to go after next, Izzy? They're going to go after people like Arthur. They're going to go after people like your dad, Willa. It's just going to delay the problem. It's not going to solve anything. And you see her start to cry and she goes, for some reason, they picked me. I just have to make myself scarce for a little bit. And
Izzy grabs onto Daisy's hands as she says, make herself scarce.
She is squeezing your hand and she starts to cry outright and she goes, there's nothing I can do to help you guys and I'm more trouble than is worth being here.
It's not. I mean, we're brainstorming. We're thinking of things. They might not be the best ideas, but like we're together. We can still play Uno. As he gestures at the completely forgotten half-dealt game of Uno that's on the
Sam
ground.
is still frozen dealing cards and is looking around like, okay, but this is a dream, though. This is a dream.
You can't leave. That's why leaving you guys here in the loft under shield protection from Dirk isn't an option.
Dirk looks
At the
and
end
goes,
of this,
saying my shields don't work?
no. Your shields so totally work. All good. Nothing wrong with your shields.
I mean,
But
they did work
I,
for a
not
minute.
not the fact that like we're gonna leave you alone by yourself in like a princess in the lock tower with shields around you. Like we're not doing that. Nothing against the shields. Absolutely nothing against the shields. Great shields. Good drawing.
Josh kind of sits and goes, what about bait?
We are not making Daisy go out as bait.
Absolutely
Just saying,
not.
if we make them think that they're winning and then
Dirk, you can make a clone of Daisy.
he looks at Daisy and then looks back at you and goes, do you remember that? The painting of the little girl I did?
That was rushed. We have up until tomorrow, 7 p.m. for you to get Daisy's clone right. I believe in you.
6:59.
6:59 p.m. 6:59 p.m. tomorrow. So you have until then to make a clone of Daisy. That's good enough time, right? And she's right there. So like, and you're not like
Roll to convince someone because he looks affronted.
Is that a 1 or a 6? Oh, that's a 1. That's a 5. That's a 7.
He looks and then looks at you and goes, I'm not good at realism.
Try. Yeah, I don't know.
He pulls out his paints and like
Your portfolio
starts.
needs to be varied, right?
He goes, yeah, not like this.
Well, that was my only great idea that I have. So yeah. If you're able to make a Daisy clone, that would be great. That would at least stall them for a bit.
So we can do what? And Benny kind of sits up and goes, wait until they figure out that it's not Daisy and then hit her harder?
We scoot around to the back so she doesn't see behind her, and then we go in for a sneak attack, because that doubles our damage.
A sneak attack.
Willa,
Yes.
In the ocean.
This isn't D&D. We don't get sneak attack bonus by attacking from behind in real life. You can get better accuracy and you get the drop on them 100%, yeah, but
Yes.
double damage, no.
Well, it will be something. While they're distracted, we can go in and like maybe sabotage with their doomsday device. I don't know what they have to take over the world, but something.
Long shot. What if we get the ocean on our side?
Is the ocean sentient, Stanley?
Okay, so Stanley. Okay. So
He shrugs and like thinks about it like it's a philosophical question.
no. Okay. Not like the ocean itself, but like the creatures of the ocean. Like, not everyone wants the deep dark to come back. Probably. Why don't we find those individuals and spread the word to say that like someone's trying to bring the deep dark back? Please come and support, like a protest. I don't know.
I could also, if you did want to try to get folks that feel compelled to bring the rift to these guys, you could do both, because
That mermaid lady that wanted to do your hair at the salon, she seemed nice.
really the rift is
She
where
thought it was crazy.
those beings are going to be for you, that would know what the deep dark is, that would have the context for it, because you find a random shrimp out in the Atlantic right now, that shrimp doesn't know aqua from maroon. They got all sorts of other colors. It's incredibly obnoxious because they say, oh, here's my painting. I did it in, shrimply yellow. And nobody knows what shrimply yellow is except for shrimp.
Shrimply yellow?
Fun fact, shrimp can see up to 60 more colors than human beings.
Oh,
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is very cool. They have very cool receptors.
What a waste. I want that.
I know.
I want that.
This is my petition. Give me shrimp colors.
Shrimp eyes.
Izzy kind of is sitting there thinking, okay, so not all of them will know, but if we, we could try that. There's the Victoria. There's the friend of hers. Maybe they know like other people on land or other mythical creatures. I mean, like there was a fucking ghost at the ski lodge.
That's right. Ghosts exist.
Like maybe there's
Stanley,
other things.
Are there minotaurs here? Are other fantastical creatures exist? Because magical girls exist. Why don't fairies? Why don't elves? Somewhere. I don't know.
He kind of blinks and he's like, I mean, fairies are essentially just butterfly jellyfish. You ever seen one of them? They're magical.
Are they nice?
Yeah. And you see Caleb has kind of Googled it, and it's this very tiny little white jellyfish.
Aw.
Like, they are kind of cute.
Maybe we can befriend them.
So, do you think like those are good options? Like maybe not the bait idea, but like getting other people to help more than just us.
Stanley nods and goes, honestly, it's probably our best bet. Because as long as we can get, if we can get the rift on our side and not just blindly following Mariana, then we've got something there.
So we can split into 2 teams and just try to recruit people to the cause of No Deep Dark taking over the vessel of my girlfriend over the next 20 hours. How many hours we have left? Yeah?
Yeah. Seems like the only thing that's viable for now.
Josh looks at you guys and goes, so what are we doing to help? And if you say sit in this fucking loft for the next 12 hours, I will lose my mind.
Well, first of all, you're not going to school. Everyone needs to stay together. That's
Caleb's
number one.
like, yeah, my school's 45 minutes away. I can't go tomorrow.
Okay, good. You're not going to school tomorrow.
And Henrietta puts her 2 fists up and goes, yeah!
Yeah, we can split into alibis, recruiting the fishy of the deep, and then also calling Victoria and seeing what human context we can scrounge up.
We have to warn the town as well, because if Mariana's gonna surface from the ocean, it's gonna be like the Jellyfish Festival times 10.
What about Anise and maybe like notifying like Josh? Do you think your dad would be
trying to evacuate the town or prepare it? Maybe tsunami or something, or like
my dad doesn't believe in global warming,
but he believes in tsunamis.
Weather exists.
Wipe out Japan on a regular basis, and most other island nations.
He
or Florida.
Takes a deep breath and goes, it'll be hard, but I can try.
Can we finagle a fake weather report and scare the news anchors into thinking like, oh, there's gonna be, because people can track hurricanes, right? Like days before it hits. So we can say, hey, there's gonna be a hurricane. Everyone needs to leave. So I don't know, something like that. Or at least get them more prepared for abnormal ocean rising and stuff.
Like, just like avoid the beaches. Get like a 2-mile by
10-mile. 10-mile radius away from the
10 miles. Yeah. Okay.
Can we
yeah.
shenanigan that? Can we? Izzy, could you like somehow change the weather report? I don't know what your magic can like branch out to.
Not that. Not that. Dirk? Could he paint A weather report?
Yeah. Dirk is like in the middle of painting Daisy and goes, no.
Ah!
And you see Benny cracks his neck and holds out his hand and is like, does anyone have like a bigger screen, like a tablet or anything?
I have my school laptop. Izzy goes over to her backpack and just plunks the whole big thing in front of Benny.
He opens it and starts typing, and I need you both to roll me mystical.
Aww. This is gonna be a shitty roll.
13.
8.
You've never seen Benny really do magic before, but you see him open the laptop and you hear like,
Hello, this is Brandon Sanderson.
and he goes, hello, Mr. Sanderson. My name is Benoit Watts, and I just wanted to let you know I am from the NOAA, and we are seeing incredibly dangerous winds and waters coming up to the coast of West Diamante Beach, and we just wanted to let you know, as the town really should be evacuated as this is coming, and you understand, we're just giving you the quickest report that we can. And you immediately like almost see sparkles coming from him, and you hear the news anchor on the other end go,
Oh, of course, Benoit. Yeah, we trust you. We know you. Yeah. I'll let Cindy at the weather know, and we'll sound the alarm.
and Benny goes, goody, I really do appreciate it, and remember to tell folks to really stay away from the water, as there could be some dangerous algae or any sort of mussels that are not
The Portuguese man of war.
great. And a Portuguese man of war, exactly. Those are so dangerous. And you hear Brandon Sanderson go,
Oh, yeah, very dangerous indeed. Thank you for letting us know, Benoit. And if you need anything else, like, you want an edible arrangement sent to you guys? Do you need anything?
and Benny goes, no, that'll be just fine, thank you. And closes the laptop and goes, done.
Benoit? I'm sorry. Where did this come from?
What did you just
What did you do?
I've kind of figured out that I can use my powers to get what I want.
Oh, what? That's not what you do every day?
He winks and goes,
That makes sense how it manifested.
now it's just sparkly.
Willa is angry, but she's also impressed at the same time. He's angry that she is impressed. He's like,
So you do hear on the news, you hear that former Mayor Goldsmith's diatribes about the magical folk are just ruining everything. You hear special weather alert. It seems that one of our sources of the magical variety has let us know that there are storms coming off of the west side of the beach. We do inform that everybody should at least evacuate to a 10-mile radius or beyond, and we have issued a storm warning throughout the next few days.
okay, that's good.
That's honestly perfect. That gets rid of all other non-magical and or unaware people from the beaches.
Benny
Okay, good.
holds up his hand and does a deep bow.
Wow, you're useful for once.
I'm always.
Izzy kind of like summons little like flower petals to like rain down from the air.
No, Izzy, don't, no.
Okay, you kind of admit it's like this is actually really helpful.
I'm just sitting here with my arms folded and like very pink petals are just like falling on top of me, and I'm just like, me.
Okay, cool. So we have a weather report. We just need to contact the other creatures of the ocean and any other human contacts that we have.
That means school is canceled tomorrow. So we're good.
Our alibi is really down.
Yeah, we're good.
You get like the automated text to all of your phones, except Henrietta, as she's a child. That is like, this is a warning from West Diamante High School. School tomorrow, date, has been canceled for the entire day. Please find yourself shelter and safety, and let your teachers know if your assignments will be late. School will resume most likely next week, depending on the storm damage.
Stay on Friday. Who needs them?
No. Oh, come on.
cool.
We'll save the day, and then immediately we have to do an essay the next day. That'll be stupid.
It would be so much so.
We need a holiday for
all
us.
those group projects.
All of our hard work that we're doing to protect this city, and we just get thrown homework into our faces.
Shit. Okay. So maybe. Okay. So yeah. No homework. We'll figure that out. But okay. So let's contact Victoria. Yeah, and her other contact that I had look at that necklace of daisies.
That's right.
Izzy kind of like opens her phone and kind of is like and looks up at Daisy. Do you want to call her with me? She might be more
takes
willing
a
to
deep
help.
breath. And she just nods.
Okay. Cool. Izzy dials up Victoria.
You have reached number. Sorry, the mailbox is full and cannot be left a message. Please try your call again.
Can you text
Goodbye.
her? Text her. Maybe she's a savvy old woman who knows how to text.
Izzy's gonna try to text her to make sure this isn't like a home phone number, but she's gonna text her and see if she can call the contact. Does she have the contact of the friend that looked at the necklace?
I believe you have his address because you sent the necklace.
Is it far?
Like, he's in West Virginia.
Oh. Yeah, that's not going to be enough time.
No. Izzy kind of looks at Daisy. Do you know another number for Victoria besides this one? And Izzy shows her Victoria's number.
No. Victoria really only uses the phone that's at the store.
Okay, so we're just outside of normal business hours. Makes sense. Okay. It is like 8, 9 o'clock at night, so yeah. All right. We'll just call her in the morning.
Oh, I need to text my dad saying that I'm not going to be home tomorrow. I text my dad saying, I'm going to have a sleepover at Izzy's.
There's a storm! And you get a call immediately. And you hear Stanford go,
Willa O'Bryant, there is a storm warning. If you and Izzy are not in her car driving over to Ingleville, I will be so mad.
I put him on speaker so Izzy can also.
Isn't it more dangerous to be out driving when there is a weather imminent?
But you can't
Wouldn't it be safer for her to stay here?
packing up everything. You can't stay here. Your mother would be so upset. And you know what? I would be upset. You can't be a storm chaser yet, Willa. You are not even 18.
Let me live my dream, Dad.
Is this really your dream?
Including
roll to convince someone.
Yeah, my God.
Oh, I'm so here for this.
Well, you know I don't want to stop your dreams, but you're my baby and I need you to be safe.
I'm gonna be safe with Izzy, and Izzy's the safest driver ever.
Izzy is so safe and I believe that, but like, you guys are still kids. What if a tornado takes you?
A tornado
Takes
is not a tornado that's
What if
going to
get us? It's a sharknado. You can't handle yourself against sharks.
I can punch one in the face.
Yeah, why? What if there's multiple? I'm just concerned, Willa, and quite frankly, getting all of these machines into my car is really stressful, and I just want to make sure that you're okay. And like, I've got a hotel in Ingleville, and I just come be with your dad and just make sure you're okay.
Willa is going back on her life choices now. She's like, oh my God. As someone who really wants to be a storm chaser, this is my one true shot And I don't mean to disrespect you, Father, but
You see Caleb leans over and like holds your hand with the phone and goes, "Hi, Mr. O'Brien. This is Caleb McCartney. Do you remember me?
I'm trying to shove him away from the phone.
I just wanted you to know that my parents will be airlifting all of us out of here. I came over for a swim meet, and you do know that we have our own private line of helicopters, so we're just gonna airlift everybody out and stay in Carbondale for the next few days. I hope that's not too offensive to you. And I need you to roll a convince someone with advantage."
New dice with advantage. Okay, and then I rolled 4. All 3 were 4s, so that's a 10.
And you hear your dad go,
Oh, hi, Caleb. You're a very nice boy. Okay. And then Willa will be able to see the storm, right? From the helicopter, and it'll be totally safe, and there's airbags.
and Caleb goes, "Well, you don't need airbags, but she'll be completely safe. And if any sharks should come our way, I do have 2 very strong hands. And I mean, Josh Chase is here. I could just throw him at one of them." And Josh is like, "What the fuck, man?"
Damn.
And you hear your dad just kind of stops and goes,
And Willa, you feel safe?
Yes.
Hey, honey, I'm gonna call you every 4 hours just to make sure everything's okay. I'll text you when I get there, and text your mom really quick for me, please.
Okay.
I'm very proud of you.
I'm okay. Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
and he hangs up.
You have a line of helicopters?
We're chartering some. The deal's really not done yet, but I figured he wouldn't really be spilling the trade secrets.
Do you have jets too? Do you have rockets?
No, goodness no. Do you know how damaging jets are to the environment?
Oh, well, I'm glad that you... Okay, but we got helicopters, though.
Yeah, Josh is like, wow, you are so good. And Caleb goes, thanks.
How did you convince my dad so easily? How did you do that?
He just wanted to know that his baby girl was safe.
Helicopters! Well, it's
Listen to me. That he has to, but like, why do you listen to McCartney?
No, you should probably tell Arthur. Because he's gonna... You gotta let Arthur know.
Mm-hmm.
Do I tell him the same helicopter out story?
That's a good thing. That's a good option.
Okay, yeah. Izzy's gonna text Arthur. The plan of heading out to Carbondale, via Caleb McCartney. Since the offer was there, and she's gonna just go make sure that Willa is okay and safe in the process of being airlifted out with Caleb and Josh.
Because Willa wants to storm chase.
Yeah, she's gonna spin it like she's the mom character right now, like she is.
You get texts back from Arthur that say, like, intriguing. I had no idea that they were investing in aircraft. Good to know, at least.
I didn't either. But if this is useful information for mom or dad, then they can use it.
Absolutely. I will let them know post haste. Do be careful. Please keep me posted. At least twice a day. I would greatly appreciate that. And I know that your parents would appreciate that, as your father just landed in Moscow and your mother is currently still in Shanghai. So they will not be really receiving any messages or any notice of the weather report. I am packing up a few valuables from the home. I did get your dollhouse. You have been
The Kumiko
very
house.
much loving it, and seems as though a small creature has taken residence. And he sends a picture of Kumiko, and he goes, I understand that you do not quite enjoy insects, but I believe this could be very good for the garden, and I've never really seen anything quite like it. So I will be tending to it to ensure that everything is okay. And I will ensure that I wipe down all of the surfaces in your dollhouse, but you have been very focused on it as of recently, so I wanted to make sure that I kept it in the most pristine condition.
Izzy is just dumbfounded that Arthur just full on saw Kumiko sleeping in the dollhouse.
I'm surprised Kumiko didn't blow her cover saying,
Oh, Kumiko is napping. She is sleeping.
Izzy is so giving her a talking to when she wakes up about being sneaky.
No, she's like all curled up in like the Barbie bed with like a little crocheted like blanket, like your first crochet project where you just learn how to chain, and it's just like a tiny little blanket, and she's just curled up in it. Just
Yeah,
like,
it's about like yay big.
yeah, it's
on her. It's like tiny itty bitty like friendship thread.
It's made
like,
out of like
really
baby
tried.
yarn.
exactly. It's just teeny tiny.
Oh gods. Okay. Izzy messages back. Thank you so much, Arthur.
Of course. Please be safe.
Thank you as well. But Izzy shoots a message off to her mom and dad, saying the same kind of thing. But she's thinking that Arthur's gonna be perfectly safe, not just because of his rapier skills, but because Kumiko's there. So that is good. Yay.
Yeah.
I don't think we can really explore the ocean. Should we all just go to bed, or do we want to play Uno?
Uno.
Sam's like, I mean, I've dealt it out.
Let's just play one round, but that one round is going to turn into 5 if I don't win.
Oh, easily.
Josh looks over and goes, you are absolutely not going to cheat at Uno to win.
To cheat? No, I'm just good at it.
Fuck off.
I'm good at
And
it.
he sits
Izzy
down.
sits on the other side from Willa.
So she's not the one who gets the skip or the reverse card all the time?
Yeah.
The group settles in. Daisy settles in right next to you, Izzy, and you see that Benny settles next to her, and Sam next to him, and Caleb next to them, Josh next to him, Willa next to Josh. And Henrietta, like, kind of pokes her head in and goes,
I don't like Uno.
Okay. You brought your Barbies,
You'll
right?
like playing with this group, and Izzy
Yeah.
pats the
You can be the
spot
commentator.
next to her.
she wedges herself in between Willa and Izzy and sits very, very comfortably, and we zoom out on the group as the winds start to kind of batter the shutters and things start to get a little darker outside. And we'll pick back up on our final day.